Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Mass Downtown Initiative Program Guidance Webinar. My name is Emmy Hahn. I'm the Program Coordinator for the Mass Downtown Initiative, and we're talking about how the Mass Downtown Initiative Program can be applied for under the Community One Stop for Growth. So today the roadmap for what we're going to try to cover is what is the Community One Stop for Growth? Program overview, where does the program fit in the One Stop? Important program parameters, how to be competitive, examples of successful applications, and completing the full application, and key dates and opportunities to get guidance. What is the Community One Stop for Growth? The Community One Stop for Growth is the main driver of economic development in the Commonwealth. The One Stop is a single application portal and collaborative review process designed to streamline the experience for the applicant and better coordinate economic development programs and staff on engagement and grant making. There's 3 different agencies that represent the programs that fall under the Community One Stop for Growth. The first is the Executive Office of Economic Development. The Mass Downtown Initiative falls under that office. There's the Mass Development Finance Agency and the programs listed, and the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities. Mass Downtown Initiative overview, program overview. So I'm a staff of 1, Emmy Hahn. I'm the program coordinator, and I can be reached at elizabeth.hahn@mass.gov. What is the purpose of the program? The primary mission of the MDI is to make downtown revitalization an integral part of community development in cities and towns across the Commonwealth. MDI's guiding principles are that the most effective approach to downtown revitalization is a holistic one, that it addresses economic and community development needs, and that it provides a framework of interrelated activities that promote positive change in a downtown to keep it healthy and prosperous. Who is eligible? What types of organizations can receive funding? All 351 communities in the Commonwealth are eligible to apply. MDI funds are applied for by the municipality. The technical assistance provided should be implemented with both the public and private sectors involved. Where does the MDI fit in the One Stop? So as you know, we consider all of the programs and the different parts of it as a continuum. So MDI and the technical assistance provided is outlined in that little red dotted box, and we fall under community activation. To be able to read it more clearly, types of technical assistance as downtown design consultant services, downtown mobility parking consultant services, downtown wayfinding branding consultant services, creating an equitable downtown, economics of downtown consultant services, pedestrian orientation placemaking consultant services, small business support, e-commerce consultant services, and forming a downtown management district. And I'm not going to get through all the examples, but you should, when you look at these, think it really does range in terms of what falls into these different areas that people can apply for. Design consultant services can be design guidelines, and then it also can be that a community is looking to have help with designing a sign and facade program. It might be a streetscape improvement plan. Equitable downtown, how do we start looking at projects and businesses with a more lens towards how to make our downtowns more equitable and serving everybody in our community. Economics of downtown consultant services, that can be everything from a market analysis, business mix, and then there's also doing feasibility studies on buildings, whether they're municipally owned or not. So there really is a range under each one of these headings that you could possibly apply for. Important project parameters. So the project budget, there is not a match requirement. The program pays for $25,000 in consultant services. The consultant is paid by the MDI program. There is no RFP process. Project timeline requirements, the technical assistance must be completed by June 30th, 2025. The eligible use of funds, as outlined in the previous slide, the program provides funding for technical assistance in design, mobility, wayfinding, equity, small business assistance, economics of downtown, or creation of a district management entity. A grantee community can expect its consultant to develop a specific scope of services that may include research, analysis, preliminary design ideas, and a strategic outline of next steps. Funding restrictions. Only one project per municipality will be reviewed under the Mass Downtown Initiative Technical Assistance Program, and the grant does not pay for staff salaries, software, or physical improvements. How to be competitive, what is the information the program is looking for? And I just want to quickly say that it's a little bit unique in that that we basically look at, we review these in topic areas. So for instance, all the applications that come in under design will be reviewed as a group. And then all the applications that come in under mobility/parking will be reviewed as a group. And how they're reviewed as a group is that we're looking at, of the applications in that group, what basically do the best to achieve the following bullets. Is it an achievable project scope? Really need to pay attention here. You can't apply for everything. Don't think that by throwing everything into the application, something will stick. Really zero in on a very specific piece of what the issue is that you need assistance with. Ability to execute and leadership. We really need to know that if you are awarded this assistance, there's people on the ground that will be able to help us execute it and basically lead the effort. Achievable timeline, please keep in mind that they typically announce these in September of 2024 or 2025. And that they lead to, they have to be concluded by June 30th, 2025. Reasonable budget, showing commitment. This is basically asking you to sort of walk through in your head, what is it that the $25,000 can accomplish? If you're looking for 4 community meetings and, then you're looking for them to do some studying and some research, that's not going to probably fall in a $25,000 budget. So we just really want people to be reasonable and understand what it is that they're asking for and how they think those technical assistance funds can be applied. Absolutely, outcomes and impact. What is the purpose of this? What do you hope to use the information for? And then ultimately, how will it be impact what you're trying to do? If you've done anything to date in terms of a downtown plan, any other studies, definitely mention them. If this is an initial attempt at looking at your downtown or town center, that's fine. And that this does not, but I think if you have any ideas about what you've done in the past that might show why you're asking for what you're currently asking for, it definitely is something that we look for. Responsiveness to support of Commonwealth Sustainable Development Principles, and they're on the website and you can walk through those. Are there any particularly important questions? No, it really goes back to what I said at the beginning. How do each of those bullets hang together in a clear narrative that really articulates what it is the issue that you're trying to address and get the assistance to apply to? What attachments should applicants be prepared to include in their applications? Absolutely, a map of the area. This is a grant program that's focused on downtowns, town centers, and commercial areas. If it's a design or if you think there's some picture that might be useful and to what you're requesting, then definitely include those. Please do not include an entire downtown plan. So successful applications, example 1. This year, Town of Brookline / Coolidge Corner, City of Lowell, City of Greenfield. Coolidge Corner was a continued support of bid implementation. Lowell was bid startup. Greenfield is an organizational roadmap for efforts in the downtown. This one was a little different. They don't want a new district management entity per se. They just want to be able to take the existing organizations that work in the downtown and better orchestrate their efforts as a unified group. What made the project successful in the applications, all 3 examples had strong narratives on how the district management technical assistance would impact the sustainability of their downtowns. Example number 2, City of Framingham, Town of Athol, project description, technical assistance provided assisting with the creation of design guidelines. What made the project successful is the application demonstrated how this technical assistance would build on previous and existing work in the centers, and the timing was right to create design guidelines. So for instance, City of Framingham has a downtown district management entity. They've been working with the small businesses, and they now want to start to work with the building owners on how to improve the design of their buildings, and that in turn will support the small business that's housed there. Example number 3, City of Quincy, City of Attleboro, pedestrian orientation plans. This narratives describe the importance of creating a more pedestrian-friendly environment due to increased housing. Attleboro has almost doubled their housing in their downtown. In the center, plans also are encouraging pedestrian wayfinding cues to businesses in the downtown. This definitely came out of COVID. We just really want people to now start to know what's there and how to get there. So you're on one side of the street or one street over, what's on the street that, next door. So definitely pedestrian wayfinding is something we're seeing more and more of. Completing the full application, key question. In section 2 of the full application, applicants are asked to indicate the project category to be reviewed by Mass Downtown Initiative. Applicants should make the following selections in question 2.4. Under the question development continuum, it's the community activation and placemaking. Under project type, it's the technical assistance for downtown. And for project focus, you would select the category that best fits what you're asking for the technical assistance in. For more information on completing the full application, go to the mass.gov One Stop, and One Stop webinar number 2, application guidance, can give more information. So the timeline for the FY25 round is that basically it opened in January, and expressions of interest are now, it will be up and running. It's a more automated system, and one-stop guidance phase will be from January to May. Full application submission period, May through June. Review and evaluation, July through August, and then notification of grant decisions by September. For more information, opportunities for guidance, one of the things that people should take advantage of or consider is expression of interest. As I said before, it's a more automated system this year, but it really gives you that opportunity to outline what you think a project would be, and and then you'll get some feedback about where it might fit in the one-stop application. If maybe it's not eligible for anything under the one-stop, but it's really an opportunity to start to think through your project and get some feedback about it. I definitely want to clarify that if you do not do an expression of interest for a project, does not preclude you from being able to submit one at the final application. One Stop and program webinars, each of the programs will have a webinar on the One Stop website. And then the final thing we're doing this year is office hours. And what we're doing is we're going to have an hour worth of open time where you can come and ask questions. You can't walk through all of your projects, but definitely you can ask pertinent questions as it relates to what you're considering doing. And my office hours are on February 27th at 12 noon. And I also encourage anybody, just email me regardless of the office hours if you have questions as it relates to the MDI application. So that's it. I'm wrapping up. Hope this was helpful, and definitely reach out if you have additional questions or come to the office hours on February 27th. Thank you.